What's up, this is Naked Eli, the mostly unclothed gamer, here with one of my favorite missions to speedrun in the entire Halo franchise. This is NMPD HQ, the 5th mission in the ODST campaign. This is a legendary guide to help you get through the hardest difficulty. Starting out, we're going to want to reload our sniper rifle to have all 4 shots in the clip. We're going to immediately use this as we come out the door to target this brute. 2 shots to rip the shield, 1 shot to kill, and then you can use the last shot on either of the grunts who are running around. They're usually not a threat, and then you can of course shoot the guy out of the turret, but also usually not a threat. You want to try and take as little damage as possible or a lot of damage and grab that health pack on the left to get your full shields for this section. Now, taking this path, you can run here. You want to wait just a second for all these enemies to get out, and the key to that part is 2-part. 1, you want to not grenade jump directly above the grenade. Notice how I moved very much to the left of it, so I took less damage but was still boosted up, because the further away you are from the grenade, the less damage you'll take, and that will allow you to survive much more from all those enemies. And then 2, you want to run in the exact path that I did so that you can use that blue barrel to dodge all of the incoming fire near the wall as you're moving. Now here, just look where I look, shoot where I shoot. There's some snipers up there who are pains in the butt, so we're going to take them out. Then here, there are the 3, usually 2 to 3 grunts you have to take out. Notice that I definitely had a headshot on that guy. He decided to not even take the bullet. Some lag. Dude got the blood coming out, but didn't even die. Now here, we are going to want to wait. Sometimes you hit a checkpoint in that corner. Try and stick one or both of these brutes, and then immediately run through. You don't want to wait and fight that plasma chieftain. He will probably win the fight. So instead, we just run, and then he is scripted to run through the door, so he won't bother you anymore once you go down the stairs. Here, pop 1, 2, 3. Those guys go down. You can decide if you want to use the beam rifle. I like having tons of ammo left over in the human sniper rifle. Find that it's slightly easier to use. Plus, I can shoot 2 to 3 shots off quickly, and it won't overheat. And so here there are 2 brutes you definitely want to take out, and then there are 3 jackals on the right and several grunts on the left. So as you're moving, try not to walk off while sniping. Speedrunners have definitely done that at least once in their lives. You feel like a derp, and as you get down here, you can actually do this cool little jump right here, bum bada bing bada boom, to land at the top here, and then to immediately fuel rod those enemies coming up on the other side. If you don't see them, make sure you look around, and then there will be some dialogue, and then you know that all the initial enemies are dead, and you can start killing all of the banshees. So we're going to want to prioritize the phantoms when they're coming in. This will definitely speed up our clear times. Try to use 6 to 8 shots of the missile pod on the, notice how I targeted the engine of the phantom. If you just target the hull, then sure, tons and tons of shots will kill it. But if you get, I think, 4 perfect shots, usually you want to shoot at least 6 shots at one of the engines, then that should take out the phantom. And then in the meantime, in between, just try and do your best lasering. Thought that one was gonna hit, but it didn't. Am I discouraged? No. Am I gonna keep lasering fools? Yes. And there are tons of missile pods around the map, so we're gonna look around, and there are several waves of phantoms, 3 to 4 depending on how you count them. And so here is a wave where you want to be positioned on the left side of this ship so that when it rotates, you can actually get the front of the engine. Notice how that goes down immediately. That kills all of the enemies who are going to drop except for the ones who are already in the dropping animation. So we use a quick rocket running up the stairs to take them out, and then look around to see if there's any other enemies left. And at this point in time, there's 2 lasers that are really easy to access. One was in the corner, and then one was actually right there to my right that I could have grabbed, but I noticed that the next phantom was coming in, so I wanted to prioritize shooting at him. Notice that for this phantom, I just shoot at it anywhere because I have infinite missile pod. I don't have to worry about shooting the perfect bullets at the perfect place. And part of the risk with targeting the phantom first there is that the banshees will actually take you out with their blue gun or with their green bombs, so you want to be careful. Usually shooting 1 to 2 missile pods at a banshee will make it fly away, and if the 2 missile pods connect, then it'll actually take out the banshee, which is pretty nice. So also notice that there's different positions, like you start out shooting towards the front right, and then there's a huge incoming enemy wave on the left, and then there's just going to be all these banshees and phantoms. This one comes up through the middle, and so here I probably could have used one of the missile pods on the ground, but I decided that I wanted to make sure that I hit this guy and nailed him perfectly. And you want to aim, by the way, for the engines slightly above the engine. It's pretty difficult and a little finicky to make sure that it's on it perfectly. You see that sometimes it locks onto the front turret or to the side turret, so you want to aim slightly above, not directly at, otherwise it might target the other pieces. So here we picked up our second laser, which we can use to take out these guys. There I clipped the wing, but it didn't take out the Banshee fully. And let's see, got some policemen in the background. Hope that everybody in the world is okay. Now I'm looking around for a missile pod because you run out of laser pretty darn quick, but there tend to be tons of missile pods on the ground. And we want to have at least one missile pod full for the very last phantom, which has all the brute jumpers, the jet packing brutes. I can speak English, I promise. And so here I hear that that phantom is coming, so you want to position yourself on this platform, and 5 to 6 direct shots will definitely take out that. And you can use the rockets that we have tons and tons of ammo for to shoot these enemies. They're even hitting the wall, almost killing myself, but not really. It was plenty of distance. And then you'll hear the dialogue, that's everyone, come to the top platform. And then as soon as you get up here, they're going to say there's one final phantom. That's when you know that you're definitely done with the mission, and this is where the chieftain comes out, and then they kill it as a team. So that's how you do that mission in under 6.5 minutes. Really, really fun. I hope you guys enjoy practicing that one. Next up, we have another really fun mission, Kikowani Station. I'll see you then.